Hey everyone, it's your Maui Jim guy, Graham, here at SportRx, and today we're going to talk about Maui Jim's rimless sunglasses collection. So you'll notice right up front, the Ho'okipa and Banyans, iconic frames from Maui Jim, for great reason, but there's some other great frames in the rimless collection, and we're going to talk about our top 7 and what makes them all so unique and great. So when it comes to choosing the perfect pair of Maui Jim rimless sunglasses, there's a couple things you're going to want to look for. First off, lens shape. That's kind of a personal preference thing. Then frame material and lens material, and then coverage. First that we're going to go over is Maui Flex, which is a proprietary metal that has memory properties. So it kind of just molds to your head and will remember what that shape is and stay there. We also have Grilamid, which is a high-end thermoplastic, which means it's going to be very durable and impact resistant, really important if you're an active person. And lastly, we've got high-end nylon, which you'll see in a lot of high-end activewear sunglasses. It's really light, really durable. Once again, all things that you want. In terms of lens material, we're going to have polycarbonate, Maui Evolution, Maui Pure, and Maui Brilliant. And we'll talk about those a little bit more when we go over the frames themselves. In terms of lens shape and coverage, this is more of a personal preference thing for you. You'll notice that all these frames have a nice little wrap, so you're going to get that nice peripheral protection from the sun if you spend lots of time outside, and that's a good thing to have. But we'll talk about all the different shapes in a second when we get into the frames. So front and center, I have 3 of the classic rimless frames from Maui Jim. We've got the Ho'okipa, the Banyans, and the Makaha. And these 3 frames are front and center because they have a lot in common. First of all, the Ho'okipa and the Banyans both have Grilamid frames, which can be lightweight and durable. It's really great. And they also have Maui polycarbonate lenses, which are going to share those same properties, which is always great peace of mind if you're out getting active, hiking, playing volleyball on the beach, whatever it is you're doing. These frames are going to stand up to the test of whatever you throw at them. Front and center with the Makaha, you have kind of a similar look, but the frame is actually nylon, which is a great material. And the lenses are going to be Maui Evolution, which is kind of a step below Maui Brilliant, which we'll get into a little bit later. What you need to know is they're highly durable and they offer fantastic optics. Not that the carbonate don't, but it's just a step above. What you should also notice about these frames is that they all have nice rubberized nose pads and embedded temple tips, which is going to keep them in place no matter what you're doing. Last thing you want from your nice sunglasses is that they fall in the ocean or in the sand and get scratched up or lost. So that features a nice peace of mind for anyone who gets active. What's their SFW? So we have a 134 down here for the Ho'okipa, a 135 right here for the Makaha, and the Banyans are a 138, a little bit bigger. So these 2 are going to be a medium. And down here, the Banyans are going to be a men's large or a women's large to XL fit. Okay, so let's move on to our second set of frames. Down here, we've got the Nanea and the Ohai. And the reason that I grouped them together is because they share the same frame material, the same lens type, but they also look very similar. And that is kind of unique. You'll notice that the Nanea is a little bit smaller. It's an SFW of 134, which is a men's medium to large fit and a women's large. And over here, we've got the Ohai, which is a 142. It's massive. It's an XL fit for anyone. So for the frame material for the Nanea and the Ohai, Maui used their Maui Flex memory metal, which you might remember from the start. It's going to give you a nice, comfortable fit. It's going to kind of mold to your face shape, and it's going to be lightweight and durable. Once again, you're going to find that with all these frames. For lenses, they decided to go with Maui Brilliant lenses, so they're kind of pulling out all the stops on these ones. Maui Brilliant lenses are their most advanced Maui lenses. They're going to give you their best optics outside of their super thin glass. That means that they're also going to be really impact resistant. If you went with glass, you might have slightly better optics, not by much, but they'd be a little bit more fragile, which is not what you want if you're an active person. You'll also notice in terms of grippiness, you have these nice tacky silicone nose pads that are adjustable, gives you that nice custom fit. And then you have these rubberized temple tips at the end, which are going to give you a nice comfortable fit above your ears. The last thing we'll point out about these 2 frames is their lens shape, and that's going to be more of a rectangular look. If you think that looks better with your face, then that's probably what's going to be the deciding factor for these frames. So for our last 2 frames, we're going to talk about the Hikina and the Lighthouse, and I paired these 2 together because they're kind of the most minimalist looking frames here. These frames are really great. They're extremely lightweight. If you're all about having a nice lightweight frame, these are the frames for you. I really don't know what sunglasses could possibly be lighter. They weigh 10 grams, which is 1/3 of an ounce. Or if we want to stay really islandy with it, it's 1/100th of a pineapple. So for whatever that's worth. Anyway, with the Hikina, you get a nylon frame. You get some really cool colors with this frame, which deviate from the black or the tortoise. Now for their lenses, you get Maui Pure LT lenses, which are one of their most popular lens options. Unfortunately, they do not come in RX, but they do come in a bunch of really cool colors. So if you're not prescription, that's a great reason to get this frame. It's going to come in an SFW of 140, so that's a men's large to XL fit or a women's XL fit. And finally, for the Lighthouse, this is going to be a high-grade nylon frame. Once again, super durable. It's going to be a little bit heavier than the Hikina, but not by much. For the lenses, you're going to get poly, which is, once again, a great lens. All the lenses from Maui are going to be fantastic, so you're not really losing much by going with the Lighthouse. And in terms of performance features, the last thing I'll point out about these frames are the rubberized nose pads and the embedded rubberized temple tips, which I really love. I think they're nice. They just kind of like hide in there, keep these things on your face. I should also mention that the Hikina has these nice cutouts in the nose pads to make them even lighter, because this frame needed to be extraordinarily light for those of you who love a really light frame. The Lighthouse is going to come in with an SFW of 136, which is a men's medium to large, and a women's large fit. And both these frames also have a little bit more of a square lens. It's going to be a little bit taller, going to maybe add a little protection from rays that are bouncing from the bottom off water or from above if you're not wearing a hat, and just give you a little bit more protection. Okay, so there you have it, the best Maui Jim rimless sunglasses, and hopefully you found something that you're absolutely in love with and you're ready to go buy them right now. All right, thanks for tuning in. That wraps it up for our rimless guide. If you love this video, please give us a like down below because that helps us out. And of course, add a comment if you think we missed something. We've got great content right here. Of course, if you're ready to shop because you love this video so much, we've got our button for that right here. And then of course, down below me, we also have all our social media links, which I think you should go follow because we have great content rolling out there for you every week.